Hello, my dear, and welcome to your chart reading. First and foremost, thank you for your patience because I needed a little unexpected extra time to recharge between readings so I could be, what is the word? Spicy, elated, joyful enough to be able to deliver this reading to you. So thank you. And I'm going to put on the captions. I know it'll take a few hours for the captions to start working, but I hope that I am speaking at a speed that is better than my normal speed because I am typically a speed talker, especially when I'm doing these charts because the information just flows through me very quickly. So I try to get it out before I lose the thought or the message that I'm delivering. So today, this is what we're getting into your chart here, right? So yours is represented on the inside, while your partner's is represented on the outside. And so what this is going to explain is the way that your personal energies that are coming out of your bodies, right, are affecting one another. It actually explains where you come from, what the pattern in your relationship is, what you've done in past lives, and what you really want to achieve in this life. So I'm going to go through this and I'm just going to point out like the energies, the storyline, and all the good stuff that you would like to know. After this, I'm going to look at one more chart, which is called a composite chart that tells you the story of the relationship for this life. It's sort of like the blueprint, like the natal chart is for you. It is a natal chart, but for the relationships. So I'm going to start with your first house. This is your house of self, and that's where your north node is. And your south node, I'm sorry, your south node and your north node is over here. But your nodes are a representation of where you've been in the past life and where you're meant to go in this life, right? So with this, you are coming from in your past relationship with whoever, you are coming from being in a partnership. That's the Libra energy, having a relationship. It was a fun relationship, maybe an affair or a fling. With this sort of energy going on here. And I say that once again, because this right above here, this is Chiron, this is the wound. In him, it's something that needs to be healed because it's in Virgo, right? It's in your 12th house. So there's something that he is healing in your unconscious. It's based upon your past life, something that got left behind. Maybe you overthink or you judge yourself too much, and there is something he is helping you do with that, like helping you heal the parts of yourself you're not sharing with other people. Because once again, that 12th house is all about the things that you don't necessarily show to other people as well. So this is a past life connection that is being relit with this going on here. Now over here, we have the fact that you have a vertex, right? Which is in the 7th house. That means you have a marriage, a karmic marriage that is supposed to happen for you in this life. It's in his 12th house. So I can't say for sure if he is the karmic marriage because it's not a typical setup with this here, but it is showing that you guys are going to go into having a relationship that is a dream. uh, Thinking of the best way to say a dream, a something, a dream fulfillment. That's it, like a wish fulfilled, something that is sort of mystical. There's an element of your relationship that is sort of otherworldly, and that's because this North Node is hitting his 12th house cusp. So, passionate, very fiery is the energy that is coming through. So, the next part I want to point out is that he has all of this energy, right? Right here together. Right next to that is your Pluto. Your Pluto is your power to transform something, to change something. So you are changing his values in relationships, the way he thinks about relationships, because it looks like he used to be a guy who was maybe manipulative or I'm thinking that's the way to say this, very sexual, maybe a cheater in other relationships. But something about you is changing that for him. And that is because your moon, which is a representation of like the water in your body, the emotional pull, the energy that you give off to him, right? Is hitting his soulmate marker and his sun. So who he is as a person, who you are inside just hits him. The femininity of you hits him, like his power, his drive, the thing he like sort of is obsessed with, because that's what Pluto is. Is you, your femininity. And the thing you're sort of obsessed with is the way he values your sensuality, would be my guess, because it's all in Scorpio, right? But he has the mind of, hold on, let me look at that degree right quick. His Mercury 0 degree Scorpio. No, he's really dedicated. When he has his eyes set on something, he's very, very set in that. And in this life, right? Because while we're in the second house, he's coming to bring value into your life, to bring value, to bring assets, because it appears in the other life, in the last relationship, the way it did not end in the way you wanted to. There is still some energy of control issues, like maybe the last time he became too uh, clingy to you, like he did not allow you to breathe the way you wanted to, and it became something that held you back. So in this life, you wanted to have some time before he came along. In order for you to establish yourself as your own person before he came along with like the bells and the whistles and everything, because he seems to be a guy who really has a lot of his stuff together. Like he's a hard worker. Um, he's really into gaining power and making sure he has money and taking care of his life. But when he comes to his spouse or the person he wants to be with, he wants to make sure they're very taken care of too. And it comes with like a, I don't want to say trophy wife, but that feeling is there too. And that's what happened here. So there's some remaining fire here. Like his Lilith, which is his dark feminine energy, is right next to your Mars. So you're literally like putting fire into what he thinks is key. This is amazing, by the way. And to really what he really wants to feel sensually, and it's what you desire also. So it's like you guys are sort of jumping back in where you left off as far as your chemistry, the way you feel towards each other. And that's also backed up because this Saturn, right? Uh, your Saturn, which is the contract you have in this life, is in his marriage life, his marriage house. And that means, and it's like a long distance marriage, an interesting one that has travel included because of the Sagittarius energy. But the big change happens when you guys embrace that something different is going on and then start working towards making it solid because you have this Neptune in your family house. This means there's always sort of like a weird element to the houses you live in, family traditions, karmic duties, right? That's going to be something that changes his belief system, his life. Like your houses are going to combine a little bit of your traditions and his. It's like going to be a very eclectic place. You're creating a new legacy for your family lineage, right? So over here, we have his moon, which is his emotional pole right next to your Venus. This is some lovely, lovely energy, might I say, especially because it's in your fifth house. A lot of the stuff I'm seeing in this chart makes me feel like one day you'll have a business together, or you'll be making something work together. But his feelings, he just gravitates toward you in general, like the way that you think, the way that you speak, everything. Because his Saturn, which is his contract, right, is in your fifth house. That's to inspire you, to bring fun into your life. Uh, but also he helps to bring a bit of gravity to your mind, if that makes sense. He helps to make the things that you come up with come into fruition. Like he wants to be of service, he wants to help you, which is why I believe that this sun, your sun and Jupiter, which is who you are, and your expansion are in his 11th house of wishes and dreams. Like he wants to help you make things happen for yourself. He wants to inspire you to be your own person. It's not the same energy as last time in the relationship where he was afraid that if you blossomed, he would hold you back. Um, that's a really wild thing to think. So now I'm going to look at the composite chart, which says what you're doing in this lifetime. So you have a Leo rising. This is about building a kingdom. And this is your first time that you guys are trying this because it's at the first degree. And Chiron, which is the wound, is here. This means the thing you guys had to get over is the self-image of the marriage, moving back up to royal status, if you will, because you're coming from a family, as we can see, South Node in Cancer, uh, to being known for your legacy in your day-to-day life now. Look at all these planets in the sixth house. I am never, ever, ever in my years of doing this, seeing thousands, maybe thousands, no, I've seen like hundreds, maybe over 1,000 charts, but I've never seen one like this at all. Everything is in your day-to-day life here. Like you guys are coming to do something amazing together, to eat, sleep, and breathe, and spend every day together and build your lives and a legacy that is healing of your both of your values in partnership and transformative in the bedroom and in the things that you build for each other and the assets that you acquire. The passion and the drive of your relationship is when you guys are isolated alone in your home and you're able to take whatever you guys do into your work, and just it's a beautiful, joyful combination. It feels like the culmination of your lives together, if you will. Y'all are finally getting to do the thing to make a name for yourselves and establish a kingdom here as a couple. So I'm very happy to be delivering this news to you and this reading, and I look forward to your feedback. And please let me know if you have any questions, Mandy.